everybody. Hello, hello, hello. So I just got home from Asheville this weekend where April Crosley taught about private money profits, and I am absolutely blown away because I've never borrowed anybody else's money to flip a house or rehab a house or buy and hold a house. I've never done that. When I got started in real estate, the only person I knew that was... Am I back? So that's what I knew to do. So what I did was I went to an auction and I bought a house and spent my entire life savings. Because I thought when people said that they bought houses with cash, I thought that meant like cash money in your pocket. I didn't know you could borrow money from other people's 401ks. I didn't know that you could borrow money from other people's old IRAs. I didn't know that people got divorce settlements and got money, and you could use that money to help them make money every month to pay their bills. I didn't know that people really paid off their houses and didn't have mortgages on their houses, and then you could pull a line of credit and then use that money to pay for flip projects. I didn't know how long you could borrow money for. I didn't know how much you needed to pay for it. I didn't know any of that when I got started. All I knew is that I had $30,000 and I needed to buy some real estate with it and see if I could make something happen. So I bought that first house. It's the blue house now on Cedarwood, if you're familiar with my portfolio. And it took me 3 months to get it rented because I spent all of my money to buy the stupid thing, and then I needed to redo the bathroom, so I had to save up some more money, go sell some trucks so that I had money to put a bathroom in this house. And in the meantime, I found another house I wanted to buy. But again, I didn't have any money. And the only way I knew how to buy houses was with like real money. So I called my brother and I was like, hey man, I got this house, I'm wanting to buy it. What do you say you give me all the money you got? I'll go buy this house with it and we'll be partners. And my brother, who is a sweetheart and has been used to me telling him what to do for 33 years, probably about 27, 26 years at that point. He was like, sure, Mom buys houses, why shouldn't we? So I spent my life savings on the first house. I spent my brother's life savings on our second house. It took us 18 months to flip our second house because we were out of money. We did not have any money. So we'd have to go to work. We'd have to go sell trucks. We'd have to go do as much as we could because we didn't have any money to flip this house. We didn't know how to ask other people to give us money and then make sure that they were going to be able to make money off of us borrowing their money. We didn't know how to do that. So every time we got a little bit of money, we'd go to Lowe's and buy some stuff. And the next time we got some money, we'd go pay somebody to put the stuff in the house. It took us 18 months to flip our second house. And in the meantime, I found out about lease options and owner financing. So I started buying houses with no money out of my pocket. It was a good thing because I didn't have any money. I was eating breakfast, lunch, and dinner at Mama's house because I didn't have any money. But I wanted to be in real estate. So I started in lease options and owner financing. I started buying those houses with no money. I would use my option fees to reinvest into other houses, which I learned is a good way to go broke. I still didn't know how to use other people's money. I didn't know how to find people with money who would be willing to let me use their money and let them make money on their money. And do you know that banks pay like 0.025%? They pay you. If you leave your money in the bank, they will pay you 0.02 nothing for your money to sit there. But then they will loan your money back out to you at what? 3%, 4%, 7%? That doesn't make any sense. But there's people with money, and I learned this weekend how to help those people with money make 10%, 12%, sometimes 6%. I learned how long that you can borrow money from other people, how long they expect you to borrow this money. I learned how to secure their money with the real estate so that if something goes wrong, they can get their money back out of the house. I learned how to do the formulas and run the numbers and crunch the information. And oh my gosh, everything I learned this weekend. If I'd known this, so this is, when is this? April of 2018. I started buying houses in June of 2013. If I'd known this 5 years ago, I'd be a totally different person. And April Crosley was doing these deals in 2013 when I was suffering and dying and spending all of my life savings on these 2 houses. She's been doing this for 10 years. She's an absolute expert at private money profits. How she can buy a house and know how much she's going to get to flip it, how much it's going to cost to flip it. But if she can't flip it and sell it on the market, she knows how much money she's going to make if she has to rent it out for a year or 2 or whatever. She knows how to find people who will loan her money for 6 months, for 9 months, for a year, for 5 years, and for 30 years. People loan this lady money for 30 years just like a bank. And they get 6 or 7% on their money over that time, which is, yes, more than you would pay a bank. But she taught us how, if you go to a bank and you got to put 20% down, she taught us how to do it, again, the way I love, with no money down. It was absolutely a mind-blowing weekend. If I'd known this 5 years ago and I had somebody that I could talk to, like April, who spoke my language and wouldn't just fill me up with a bunch of fluff, I'd be a totally different person. I'm already a totally different person than I was last Thursday or last Wednesday or whenever. Like, I learned so much this weekend. If you can't tell, I'm really, really excited. And we haven't talked about, it's been 5 hours that I've had to come down off the mountain. Literally come down off the mountain. I'm back out of Asheville now. But oh my gosh, y'all, private money profits. I had no idea how, I'm not going to say it's easy, but how simple it would be to start a relationship with somebody and say, hey, I buy houses and I help people make way more money than they would get at the bank, or way more money than they're getting in their 401k, or more money than they would have if they left it in an IRA, or, people get houses in divorce settlements and one party or the other has to pay it off. They got a free and clear house, but they have to keep going to work so they can pay their car payment, so they can pay their electricity, they can pay the internet, they can pay whatever. And I learned this weekend how we could borrow money against that free and clear house so that they can make $1,000 a month to pay for everything else and still get their principal back in 6 months. Amazing. Everything was so amazing this weekend. I had an absolute blast. I learned a ton. And I'm not ever going to say that I'm the expert in every part of real estate. I'm really good at what I'm really good at. And April is really, really good at finding people that have large chunks of change who want to make a solid return. Or people who want to be in real estate, but they have jobs. They're doctors, they're lawyers, they're accountants, they're dentists, they're vets, they're professional people, they're real estate agents. Oh my gosh, she told us stories about real estate agents that had money but didn't know how to loan their money to make money. Oh. The amount of information I learned this weekend is total game changer. Absolutely a total game changer. And private money profits is some good stuff, y'all. It's some really good stuff. So if you have any questions about it, definitely April is the expert at it. But we recorded everything that we went over this weekend. So if you're interested in getting the recordings, let me know. Please, please, please let me know as soon as possible, because I want to be able to get this information to as many women as possible, because y'all don't even know who you know that has money where maybe they're losing money on their money, or they're definitely making, nothing. Whereas if you were borrowing it and investing it into real estate and paying it back, and it was all legal and all good and all tied down properly, you could help strangers in your area, or you could help your friends and family if you want to. It's totally up to you. If you want the recordings, send me the link. And if you're interested in coming to our next event, it's going to be at the end of May. I don't have the topic just yet, but there's something magical about going to a real estate conference. No doubt about it. But it's another whole experience to sit in a room for a day or two, to go have fun with a handful of people and not have that cheesy, salesy crapola shoved down your neck saying you need to pay whatever to learn the real secrets. Oh no, we just let the real secrets out. That's the way I run my events. That's the way I run First Deal Done Fast. That's the way the people that come to my events are used to learning. That's the way the experts I bring in are used to teaching. And it's a totally different experience from being in a room of 100 or 300 people to being in a room with 10 people, 8 people. And being able to actually have a conversation with the expert and ask them questions and let them know what you're dealing with in your area, and letting them give you their expert advice based on years of experience. All right? That's what we do at my events. My events are small on purpose. It's not an accident. It's not, well, Whitney didn't have a really good turnout. Whitney had a fantastic turnout, because those who needed to learn what we talked about this weekend, they were there. And those who need to know what we're talking about at our next event, or those who just want to be surrounded with badass, smart women who are making a shit ton of money, that's who I want at my events. No more than 10. Because we're getting it done, y'all. So, I'm super excited about Private Money Profits. If you want the recordings from Private Money Profits, now, bear with me, because it's going to be a couple weeks, maybe even a couple months. The video guys have a lot of things going on. So it will be a little while, but we have some special bonuses. If you sign up early to get the recordings, we've already got videos up and ready to go. If you, small on purpose, absolutely, Monica. I'm small on purpose, for sure. If you want to wait a couple weeks where we have more of it ready, you can do that. And if you want to wait until it's all done and the workbook is done and you don't have to wait on me to tell you that everything's ready, you can totally wait until it's full price. Or you can go ahead and jump in now at the pre price. Private Money Profits. Private money is a total game changer. This is not what the gurus teach. This is woman to woman, how to get these deals done. Flipping houses without messing up your nails, without breaking a sweat, just writing a check and making that money, honey. Oh, it's so exciting. So exciting. So if you have a question, send me those. If you want to get in Private Money Profits, let me know that. If you're in First Deal Done Fast and you want to upgrade to Private Money Profits, let me know that. And holy crapola, y'all. It's amazing. Amazing what we learned this weekend. All right, I'm going to dinner now. I'm still excited. I'm really pumped up. Private Money Profits is going to be a total game changer for anybody that gets in. Would have totally changed my life. It's already going to change my future plans for real estate investing. Bye, y'all.